Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is set during the early 1990s, particularly around the Gulf War, and it continues the Black Ops series legacy. The game will focus on a rogue team of operatives led by Frank Woods uncovering a conspiracy within the CIA. The campaign emphasizes player choice, environmental interactions, and a wide range of gadgets, all while exploring the geopolitical turmoil of the era. Witchfire is a dark fantasy first-person shooter developed by the Astronauts. The game places players in the role of a witch hunter, tasked with using both firearms and magic to battle supernatural enemies in a grim, medieval world. It blends elements of roguelite gameplay with high-intensity combat, where weapon combinations and elemental spells are key to taking down hordes of enemies. Players will also face powerful witches and creatures guarding critical objectives, adding to the game's challenging nature.
With witchfire in my blood, I'm a sinner, an abomination, and our only hope.
Sun and Bone is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by Team Kill Media. The game follows Sheriff Sam Judge, who, after tracking down bandits that attacked a farm, finds himself mysteriously transported to a world overrun with dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures. Players will face intense combat, with the game featuring fast-paced mechanics such as double jumping, no need for reloading, and brutal finishers. The weaponry spans multiple eras, allowing for a mix of revolvers, rocket launchers, and more, providing plenty of destructive options in this dinosaur-filled adventure. Exoborne is an upcoming tactical open-world extraction shooter developed by Sharkmob, set in a post-apocalyptic United States ravaged by extreme forces of nature. The game places players in the role of Reborn, enhanced survivors who use advanced exo-rigs to navigate and survive the hostile environment. Players will face both other players and dangerous environmental threats while scavenging for resources, engaging in high-stakes combat, and taking on public events. Project Quarantine is an upcoming tactical first-person shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world. The game features intense survival gameplay where players must navigate through a destabilized environment while fighting both human enemies and infected threats. The game focuses heavily on tactics with a wide array of weapons and tools available, including shotguns, snipers, and defensive equipment like mines and barricades. The gameplay also supports single-player, co-op, and PvP modes, allowing for a variety of experiences depending on how players want to engage with the world. Ferocious is a first-person shooter set on a mysterious prehistoric island where players must survive against both mercenaries and dinosaurs. Developed by Omyog, the game is inspired by classic titles like Crysis and Far Cry, and incorporates elements from films like Jurassic Park and King Kong. The player, a shipwrecked survivor, must explore the island's dense jungles and rocky coastlines, using customizable weapons to fend off threats. Instinction is an action-adventure game set in a prehistoric world where players will face off against dinosaurs and other long-extinct creatures. Developed by Hashbane Interactive, the game combines exploration, puzzles, and combat in a wide, linear, story-driven experience. Players will explore a variety of biomes, solve ancient puzzles, and engage in both melee and ranged combat. The game offers the ability to switch between first and third-person perspectives, and players will also have the chance to control dinosaurs during specific sections. Luna Abyss is a first-person, narrative-driven action-adventure game developed by Bonsai Collective. Set on the surface of a mysterious mimic moon named Luna, players take on the role of a prisoner sent to explore an alien megastructure deep beneath the moon's surface. The mission involves recovering lost technology while uncovering dark secrets about the moon's lost colony, Greymont, and facing cosmic horrors. Lost Fragment is an upcoming survival horror game developed by Nihil Inane Studio, an indie team based in Osaka, Japan. The game, created using Unreal Engine 5, showcases hyper-realistic graphics that closely resemble real-life environments with a focus on eerie, abandoned locations such as a deserted hospital. The game is designed to immerse players in a terrifying experience where they must navigate through dark, atmospheric corridors filled with unsettling sounds and hidden dangers. Gray Zone Warfare is an upcoming tactical first-person shooter developed by Madfinger Games. Set in a vast, open-world environment, the game emphasizes realism and tactical gameplay, offering players the ability to join private military companies and engage in both PvP and PvE modes. IGI Origins is a prequel to the classic Project IGI series, set in the 1980s during the Cold War. Players take on the role of Michael King, codenamed Regent, an ex-SAS soldier working for MI6 on covert missions to stop an impending nuclear war. The game focuses on tactical stealth, allowing players to choose between espionage or intense combat as they navigate global espionage missions, developed by Antimatter Games and published by Toadman Interactive.
Our greatest secrets are in your hands.
Industria 2 is a sequel to the 2021 narrative-driven FPS Industria. This survival horror game is set in a parallel dimension, where the protagonist, Nora, continues her journey from the first game. The plot revolves around Nora's attempt to escape a mysterious world dominated by hostile robots and return to 1989 East Berlin. The game combines atmospheric storytelling, intense firefights, and a slow, immersive pace with new features, such as crafting and weapon upgrades. The game is powered by Unreal Engine 5, which adds cinematic visuals and advanced physics to the gameplay.
Don't take any risks. We need you. Please answer. The area is not safe. I repeat, the area.
Plan 8 is an upcoming exosuit MMO shooter developed by Pearl Abyss, the creators of Black Desert Online. It combines traditional shooter mechanics with MMO elements and a focus on using exosuits, which provide players with unique abilities. These exosuits allow for strategic advantages during combat, such as enhanced strength, wall climbing, and special abilities. The game is built on a proprietary engine and is designed to offer an expansive, open-world experience with dynamic gameplay. Exomecha is a free-to-play online competitive first-person shooter set on the exotic planet of Omecha. The game focuses on large-scale battles with futuristic weaponry, giant mechs, and unique abilities. Players can control mechs equipped with massive swords and shields while also engaging in vehicular combat with helicopters and tanks. It offers 3 main game modes: team battles, a specialized battle royale, and objective-based gameplay. War of the Worlds is an upcoming open-world survival horror game inspired by H.G. Wells' classic novel. In this game, players are thrown into the middle of an alien invasion where they must survive the extermination of mankind while avoiding alien tripods and other hazards. The game will feature both single-player and multiplayer modes, with options to play as humans or tripods. The Altars is a survival strategy game developed by 11-Bit Studios, where players assume the role of Jean Dolsky, a miner stranded on a hostile planet. To survive, Jean creates alternate versions of himself called altars, using a resource called Rapidium. Each altar represents a version of Jan with different life experiences and skills, ranging from a scientist to a technician, and they must work together to operate a massive wheel-shaped base.
Job opportunity turns into a desperate fight for his life. Jan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel. Even worse, the planet Jan landed on revolves around the deadly scorching star. Escaping the sunrise is crucial for survival. Despite his best efforts, Jan simply lacks the time and skills to deal with all these problems on his own. But the planet Jan is stranded on is home to a mysterious substance called Rapidium. With its use and the help of the quantum computer on board, Jan is able to create alternative versions of himself. The Altars.
Soulframe is an upcoming free-to-play MMORPG developed by Digital Extremes, the creators of Warframe. It is set in a high fantasy world heavily inspired by nature, with gameplay focusing on melee combat, magic, and environmental exploration. Unlike the fast-paced action of Warframe, Soulframe will feature slower, more deliberate combat, with players utilizing dodging, parrying, and spells to overcome fewer but tougher enemies.
Or yield to it. Once you've learned, that is a choice only you can make. Don't you forget it. Even if they find you, even if they sing their song, the magic, it's in you. Yours.